Ed jumped out onto the lawnmower to mow the yard. It's looking like a park again, except that the park is in desperate need of rain. It was a great vacation. It's January 4th, 2008. Sharon and Sarah came to visit us. Sharon has now trimmed the meat. And she's grinding the meat. Grinding it for the second time, and we're using it needs to be ground twice to do a finer flavor, and she's doing it in the food processor. This is going to be for
Kippe.
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 All right. Oh, peace and quiet.
Kidding.
Okay, we have all of that meat ground. We're putting some of this away for tomorrow for Sito, and the rest we're making up tonight into kibbeh. I'll get these names right someday.
I can't believe you don't have them right yet. Make house. Can you say house Aunt Marilyn?
Can you say house?
House.
House, you say house.
You say. There we go. We chop up the onions.
Chop up the onions.
The new modern way. And you put the onions in, and then you're gonna need salt, pepper, and cinnamon.
Salt, pepper, and cinnamon. Okie
Pepper
dokie.
and cinnamon.
Sharon's cooking class goes on and on.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and then
Brown up the snowbut a little bit and the onion, and then we're gonna put the meat and the seasonings in, and we're just gonna let it cook. And that's all there is to that. Very easy.
Who is it says that? Very easy, anyway.
Oh,
I can't think of the chef. There's somebody that says
does
very
somebody
easy.
say that?
Yeah.
I thought that was easy breezy. Cover girl. That's the only place I heard it. Easy breezy. Cover girl. You ever watch America's Next Top Model?
No.
That's where I got it. I really like that show. I really do. Now we're gonna do some onions for the kibbeh itself. We have to do these real fine.
Oh, these have to be real fine.
Real fine, and I actually add a little bit of water in the processor while I
Okay.
light, and we all got lit. That's what my mom used to say. That's what you do.
Okay, okay.
Just like that.
Now we have added
The meat
the meat
and the seasoning.
and the salt and pepper and cinnamon.
But we might have to add a little bit more. Oh, I got your stove dirty.
No problem.
Try not to.
Thought I'd be able to get the seasonings and to dump,
Yep.
and they were there.
That's it.
So it's kind of to taste, evidently.
Yes, it is.
A Rachel Ray once around the skillet.
Yep. Once around the skillet. I like Rachel Ray, but she talks too much. For me.
Next
I have
step,
to do it again. We're washing and rinsing the smead to get ready to make the kibbenaya. And hopefully we're going to have enough to make a little pan of kibbesania.
Smead is wheat that I can't pronounce bulgur.
We call it smead. It's much easier.
Smead, I'll have to remember it.
Yeah, that's what it is. Smead.
I need some smead for the tabbouleh.
Yes, you do.
It's so much easier to say.
It sure is.
So how you just rinse that?
And don't ask
Couple
me how
times
much
just
it
to
is.
see.
I have no clue how many cups or anything about it.
This is one of those
It's
by
dump.
guess and by golly. Dump it in the bowl.
Are you going to learn how to do this, Deanie? Sure. For your Lebanese
She's.
husband?
This is your Lebanese lesson.
Sure, she says.
Cooking with Sharon.
Sure
Cooking
means,
with Sito.
Sure means yes, it don't. Really?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what that means.
Okay, here we go.
To the smead, I am adding onion.
The onions that you chopped up with the water a few minutes ago.
Salt. Pepper. And a stick of butter.
Alright.
Auntie Jean showed me that. Thank you, Auntie Jean. Thank you, Auntie Jenny. We love you. You're the only one. You're the only one who cares. Not my mother, not my husband, not my father, not my mother-in-law, not my father-in-law. Nobody but you, Auntie Jean. Not the old Sito. Nobody. Nobody, not Jadofindi. Nobody. Just you, Aunt Jean. You're the best.
And Ed's just ignoring you.
Yeah, I know. I don't think
The cooking lesson goes on and he doesn't hear anything that's going on. All
he
can hear,
doesn't
he
care.
smells it.
He's not trying to learn anything.
You would think he would be up here.
I know. Learning how to make kibbenaya. All right, that's it until we have the second seasoning. We're going to let this sit a little bit.
And the shortcut, or not, well, the method you do, when you were rinsing that a few minutes ago when I saw you,
Yes.
you're rinsing it several times, and then that's whatever water will expand it, and that's what you use. You don't have to go squeezing it
No,
out.
you don't have to do all that other stuff. It's a shortcut. It's a shortcut.
And when you're rinsing it, it's just rinsing it to get any little holes or any
anything
extra
like
stuff
that
out.
of it. That's all. Just cleaning it up a little bit. Okay, that's it.
Okie dokie.
We have onions and the radishes and everything ready. And the meat. We're going to be ready in a little bit, everybody. I'm going to need it, but
Also, you have a little extra there
but it
to,
looks
if you
like
do
I'm
it.
going to need it, yeah.
Okay.
Sarah, eat this.
And that's all there is to it. You're going to add all this, and then you're going to season again. And then you're going to use the cold water and the ice to loosen it up a little bit.
I tried not to talk too much, and then who gets out there? Obama.
Listen to you. The reason that you use the ice water and the ice is to keep the meat cold so that it stays red.
Oh,
and the
okay.
water is to make it a little softer.
Oh, okay.
And that's it.
Ice water.
The colder you keep it, the redder it stays. Prettier color.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now you finish the bowl there, and you're continuing to mix.
was land for sale here on Marshall Road.
There was what? Land.
Land. There was a half acre over here that Baumgartner bought, or Nielsen, for $304,000.
Not bad for the first seasoning. Just
Ah.
needs a tiny bit more.
Tiny bit more pepper and a tiny bit
Wow.
more salt.
That's it.
Ooh. Now is this just salt and pepper in this one?
That's it.
No,
Salt,
no
pepper, onion.
salt, pepper, and onion. No cinnamon, or anything in
cinnamon,
this.
no.
Okay.
Cinnamon's just in the house there.
Okay.
Well, I think I need a taster.
And the house is cooking over here on the stove. The tasters are just sitting there.
Yeah.
You would think they'd be
Tasters are
scrambling
sitting
up here
there.
going, I can, I'm a taster.
Just take a little bit and stick it in the house there, right there, and see what your taste. No, he
On
wants to
second
taste
thought, well,
it
the next
first.
one will have the house on.
Oh my God.
You need anything?
Need to get my stomach.
It doesn't need salt or pepper or anything?
No,
Wow.
it tastes
Good.
good to me.
All right.
You know, we don't use that much
A lot of salt.
anymore.
Yeah.
But it does. It tastes.
Well, kibbe's
absolute-
one thing you have to put salt. My mom always used to say, eggs and kibbe she could never eat without salt. Those are the two things that need a little bit of salt.
Oh my.
We're going to be able to make a little sainia or whatever you want with it.
Oh,
You're
my.
sure not going to eat all that.
Who said?
I did.
Dr.
All right.
Sito.
Dr. Sito.
Oh, sure.
There
That could
we
be in
go.
the show.
Let me get, oh, my cell phone's in the
Let's get
middle.
a plate and I'll put it on a plate.
Yeah.
And
Presentations,
we'll,
everything.
uh,
And now the proof of the pudding.
Change
You put Eddie's these on. And yummy. Nobody's talking because everybody's eating. We have had dinner, and now with the leftover
Kibbe.
kibbe, we're going to do kibbe sania.
You flatten out the kibbe, put it on the bottom of the pan. Wet it a little bit to moisten it up again. You're going to do a bottom layer and then you're going to fill the middle with the house.
House.
House. That's it.
If this was a different ethnic group, Jose could be making house
There you go. Yeah.
for his Chinese friends who would go, house.
House. Yes.
No, house.
There we go. First layer's down. Alrighty. Try to make it as even as you can. Oh, good Eddie. Doody-doody-do. And then we're going to put this in the center.
That is delicious, Sharon.
Good. We're glad you like it.
If you had taste division, you'd know this tastes good.
Yes, taste division. All right. And then nothing like the hands. Spread it out even. Break up the chunks a little bit.
And we like it with the pine nuts in it, so that's why we
Yes.
put the pine nuts in.
You don't have to put them, but we like the pine nuts.
Now, is it Hausa? Is this the one that maybe I've been calling it Hushwa all this time?
Well, hush was the one with rice.
Oh, okay,
Remember,
okay. Did I
that's
make
Hushwa.
Hushwa on the stove? Okay,
Yes, you
Hausa
do.
is just
House is just the what goes with the kibinaya
okay.
and then goes in the kibisainia. That's all there is to it. Now we put the top layer on. Just piece it together.
Like the rice flour pie crust.
There you go.
Which is, this is just not the way I did it.
Is it? Really?
You take wedges and just try to press them
Oh,
together.
okay. You don't really roll it out.
You can gently, but it breaks up very easily. I don't know if it's because the rice flour is so
Maybe.
fine.
That's what we do, and then cover it all. And then we're going to cut it up. And tomorrow we'll bake it, or whatever. I don't
Okay.
know. Tomorrow, tonight, I don't care. Uncle Eddie might want a piece of cooked a little later before he goes to sleep.
I don't think so.
No.
Whether he wants it or not.
Oh, okay. He doesn't get it.
We don't need that. It doesn't matter what I need or not.
Yeah. There we go. Putting her together, smoothing her out. Oh yeah. That's a nice pan of kidney. Yeah.
And this is with all ground lamb.
Well, it's
Yeah,
both.
but
No,
we
it's
made
both.
ground lamb
Yeah, we
and the
did.
ground.
Right. And beef.
We got a ground
Chuck.
ground chuck
roast, yeah.
chuck roast and lamb. What did we end up getting? Lambs.
We did. We ended up getting lamb. Alright. Well, we got a little bit left over. We might have to cook that.
Ooh, some little.
Little kibbe. Little kibbe balls.
Yes. Oh yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Alright. There we go. All done. Just like downtown.
Very good. And then you don't score it or anything until you're ready.
Well, no, I can
to-
cut it
Well,
right.
it
I can
says-
cut it right now. Squares. That's it. You're supposed to do it in diamonds, but then you have too many end pieces, so I just do it in squares. My mother would not be proud.
Uncle Eddie'd be proud,
There you go.
because they all eat
It all
the
goes
same way.
down the same way. That's the way I feel about it.
Diamond squares.
Who cares? Oh yeah, Uncle Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Oh, yummy. Yummy tummy. And that, my friends, is kibbe sainita. How easy. How easy was that? Was it easy, Uncle Eddie?
I agree with that. That is kibbe isania.
Yeah, that's a nice
All the
one.
Sharon Sawaya.
That's a nice. You think you'll be able to eat all this, Uncle Eddie?
Yeah,
You think so?
yeah, I don't think I'll have a problem.
No problemo.
You're not asking her why she,
I don't
Does it?
know, just because my mom and
oh,
my Sito and everybody always did that.
yeah. And the reason why they did it, don't you put butter on top of it?
Yes, and then
So
the
that
butter
floats down in
seeps
there.
down in there.
Ah.
Yummy. You cut little pats of butter and put it
And
all
put 'em
over
on.
it when you bake it.
Yeah.
Yep. And
If you
then,
guys are watching in heaven,
yeah,
how does it look?
yeah, who cares? You guys, just you, Auntie Jean. You're the only one, honey.
Oh, jeez.
Only one who talks to me.
Auntie
And if you
Jean,
want to get hold, yeah, every day she does. Every day, I look at the clock and it says 11:27. If I miss it on the clock, I'll listen to one of my messages, and somebody left me a message at 11:27. Every day since she died.
Oh.
Oh yeah, she's right by me. Right next to me. Now this is called Holy Kibbe. Holy Kibbe. You heard of Holy Cow?
Yeah, this is the
This
Holy
is
Kibbe.
Holy Kibbe.
Yeah, this is the Blessed Virgin's version.
This is. Yeah. And then I go in your bathroom and I see that thing that says,
Immaculate misconceptions? Yeah.
what is that,
I don't know.
Marilyn?
What are immaculate misconceptions?
Yeah.
That I can cook is one.
Oh, okay.
No, is that a misconception?
What's in that container?
You can put anything in there. I don't know
What do you have in that container?
Immaculate misconceptions.
Misconceptions, right.
All right, we're done.
We're done.
Tomorrow when we bake,
We'll put a little butter on top
put a
of it.
little butter on
and
top.
bake it.
We'll cover it with foil. We'll bake it in the oven. Then we'll take the foil off and let the top get a little crunchy. Are you gonna be okay, Uncle Eddie?
A few little tidbit balls. So they're going to be browned here, and then they'll be ready to go. Yeah. So we have extra. It's Saturday morning.
Yay! Good morning.
The next step in cooking with Sito Sharon. We're making the little,
Zata.
these are the little zatas,
Zata.
because the little dirty breads,
The dirty
as
bread.
Ed would call them.
Yes.
This is the stuff that's mixed up with oil and the za'atar
Yes, and sesame seeds.
and sesame seeds. And she just pulled off. Is there going to be another tray of these, or did I start too late?
We have two.
Okay.
No, this is it.
So I mixed it. She pulled off the little balls of dough, and just put them on here, and then just punching them down a little bit. Sharon was up early, obviously, because she already. The good cook gets up early to bed and early to rise.
Not true.
Makes you a good cook.
I didn't go to bed early
and
last
wealthy
night,
and
though,
wise.
guys.
So she already has the dough done in the bowl. Peekaboo. There's a tray of these little, getting ready for breakfast.
Yes. Zata for breakfast.
Mmm. Well, if you had taste-o-vision and smell-o-vision, wow. The oven is set at 355 degrees, and she needs a pot holder, I'll bet.
I bet. Holder.
So they were on the floor.
They were on the
and then
floor
you
of
moved
the
them
oven, and then we moved them up,
Okay.
up. And
This pan on the floor of the oven.
I'm trying to press them out a little thinner because I know that Uncle Eddie likes things a little thinner, not real thick, a little more on the crunchy side than the... But when he heats them up, they'll get crunchy. We're not going to crunch them up too much right now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know, I don't like them crunchy either, but I got a couple kids who love them crunchy. Crunchy, burn them, burn them. That's what they say. For sure. My hair's not done. I'm a mess.
But I'm not doing your hair.
I can't believe. Oh, really? My hair isn't in there? Sure. We know. Auntie Marilyn's telling fibs this morning. That's for sure. All right. Ready to go on the floor. Hi, Uncle Eddie.
Oh my God, are they done yet?
Almost. Almost done.
Oh my God.
Almost
All
done.
she uses za'atar and oil
And sesame
and
seeds.
sesame seed. And you make the little things and you pound that into the za'atar.
That's it.
How long are they gonna take so I can make just a couple of these?
Oh, they're ready. They'll be, the ones on the top will be ready in a minute.
Well, the cook better get out here and do his egg thing.
Huh?
You saw how I ate yesterday?
For a few minutes to get them browned a little bit. To bake the top. Uncle Eddie's fixing himself and us eggs. We've now finished our sampling. So, spinach.
Just say spi. Diet it is, but
The diet of Savannah.
there you go. Uncle Eddie knows.
He speaks, I don't know whether he spoke loud enough for that to be heard.
Oh. Say it again, Uncle Eddie.
Fatayad,
For diet of Savannah.
Pitaya sabene. Sabene must be the spinach.
Sabene is the spinach.
It is.
And the pitaya means that it's bigger than a sliha.
Right.
It's a
You
bigger
make these a little
type
bigger than
of biscuit.
biscuit. He insulted this as a biscuit.
So you
Well, I
cut
don't
these
know.
out, you cut the dough
cut
out
the
with
dough
this,
out.
you rolled it, took a piece of dough, rolled it out, then cut it with the
glass.
glass, Texas jigger in our case. And did they have to rise any at all when you
No.
were?
No.
As soon as you cut them out, then you put a little,
Mixture in the middle and fold them like a triangle. And then you're going to put oil on the tops of them.
So they cook.
And then you're going to put them in the oven on the floor.
And when they're brown,
Then you're going to raise them to the top and you're going to turn the broiler on. And they'll be done.
you have a little basting fork or a little
Oh,
brush.
here, I do. Here, watch.
little basting fork is attached to her hand.
Here comes one of the shepherds putting the oil onto the.
There you go. That's what you do. God gave you these before He gave you a fork. So that's what you use. Your hands.
So a vegetable out on top.
Yep.
Flip, flip, flip.
Flip, 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 flip. That's it. And in probably 15 minutes, we'll have spinach pies.
Yay!
Yay, yay, yay.
Now the mixture of the spinach that you're putting on here, when you,
The spinach with 3 packages of frozen spinach, 2 bricks of cream cheese. It was 1 big chopped up onion, salt and pepper, and little oil, and mixed up so it could ferment, and covered it so it ferments real good. And then after the dough is done, then you dig your hands in there and do it.
Right on the floor. Now, if you weren't taping, I would be saying
another tray,
oh, wait,
another tray.
another batch. Yes.
Another tray.
Another tray.
What is it, another song? Another. She sprayed the tray with cooking spray, baking spray. Here comes the dough.
I'll tell you that, I hate like how.
Okay, now Sharon has rolled out the dough for the second batch, and now we get to watch her cutting out the little biscuit-like rolls.
Biscuit rolls. Oh God, that's sacrilegious.
Oh no, and the ever-virgin Mary.
Oh yes.
Mary lives.
For sure. Did Sarah see that treadmill downstairs? Oh, sorry, we're supposed to be putting them
Taking the
together,
scraps,
putting
go.
back in the bowl to
Back in the
raise
bowl.
again. And we will use the re-rolls.
It will
At the end.
rise again.
Yes, it will.
La 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 la.
It will rise again. Add them out a little bit. And
And
we'll
approximately how thick is the dough?
what did you say? Quarter
1/4 inch?
quarter inch?
Looks about quarter.
Yeah, it's about a quarter inch.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, that's a given. People can like it, they can make it so it's 1/2 inch thick. Christ, you'd have nothing but bread.
Bread, I know it. And see that I try to put a lot of filling in it so it spreads out throughout the dough so you get that with every bite.
And 3 packages of cream cheese, or of spinach and everything else. I want to find out the number of
How many we get?
how many we
Okay,
get.
yeah,
Oh,
See, so
okay,
you-
so
I
we're
always
ratio.
count.
Because you can use in proportion if you don't.
right,
Right, if I was making it, I only need
In order
one
to see-
package of spinach and one
right. You
package
just
of
make
spinach.
like a little batch for dinner or something, you know, just not so
Well,
many.
it is, I don't mind that. I'm just saying that if you're gonna make sliha too.
Yes,
me.
oh yes, honey.
So, okay, so this is what I'm trying to see. Did you make enough dough to make, or you gotta?
Oh no, I'll have to dough again. I'll have to dough again, not a problem. I planned it that way because if you make 10 pounds of dough all at one time,
Rises.
it raises too much.
Yeah.
So I always do it in 2 batches. Yep.
Okay.
And now we fold them in
They're little pirate hats.
little pirate hats.
Oops, I was too close. It was coming right at me.
It was coming right at
Good
you.
morning, how are you this morning?
Uh-oh, now he come.
I don't know what I
He
said.
doesn't remember what he said.
Oh, come on, Father.
Sharon was putting the oil of.
I'll rinse you with this baptism of oil and put you in the oven and cook them, get ready to eat them.
Oh, we have out of the oven. There's some more dough left, so we're going to make some Sito bread, artagine bread. We ended up with a total of 3 dozen spinach, Svika,
Fine.
pitaya, the whatever
Yeah.
whatever you said.
Yes.
Pitaya,
Papaya? You can't say that?
Diet.
Papaya
pitaya
of
of
Sabene.
Sabene.
Sabene, that's spinach.
That's spinach. Bulgur.
And the other one, if she made the big one like this, thank you, thank you.
You're so welcome.
If she made a bigger one than it would be fataya of Lebanon.
Ooh, did you ever have with just Lebanon, onions and lemon and,
Exactly.
yeah.
Because that's what we used to eat on Friday.
I always get
Yeah.
everybody's backside here.
Well, we got something to tell you.
I always see everybody's best side first thing in the morning because they're always
Yeah.
working.
See?
Uncle Lily's making more coffee.
Hanging out.
Looking beautiful. What else can I tell you?
That's it.
She says I had
Sharon
my,
has more flour.
she says I had my beauty sleep, and I'm just looking more
It was
beautiful
successful.
than ever. Oh my God!
No butt.
She says I wanted to do it. I said,
Wiggling the
come
no
here,
butt.
come
God,
here,
he
Sarah,
doesn't even
come
have
here,
a
sweetheart.
T-zone.
And she said, oh,
I forgot to say this was Saturday, January 5th.
Does it say it on your camera?
It would if I would fix that, but I don't.
You didn't do it.
My little thermometer just told me, spoke to me finally, and said, it's 42 degrees. We can come. Good morning, boys. Ooh, you want some of that lamb meat, I'll bet. Lamb bones. Came out on our deck because we could come out here and just take a break and sit in the sun. We ended up, I may be repeating myself because I'm a senior citizen, but we ended up with 3 dozen, and that's how we got into all the spinach things. Yes.
Diet is spinach.
And we have the 2 loaves of Sito bread, and Sharon is mixing some more. Yeah, you have probably 5 pounds of flour.
Maybe
Yeah,
6. A little bit
a
more.
little bit more.
Yeah.
And the 2 packages of yeast.
Yes, and salt, a little palmful
Palmful of salt.
of salt.
Because I think I measured the first time. Oh, 2 tablespoons.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Who measures?
And then water. You just keep adding glasses of
Yeah,
water.
until it, warm water, until it gets, sometimes I add too much.
And then you go, ooh, thank goodness I've got more flour.
Flour. Yeah, I've done that before, not had more flour, which is
What do you do then?
not fun. Work with it sticky, put a little more oil on it, and
You want a soft dough?
you want a soft dough. And I don't work it too much. You know, once I get it good and mixed,
Mm-hmm.
then
Where it doesn't stick to your
where
hands
it
too
doesn't
much?
stick to your
That's
hands.
the-
Yeah.
Because that must be the feel of when it's sticking together and the flour's all integrated.
Yeah.
Kind of like pie crust where it's not overworked. But
Right. God, I'm so not consistent with pie crust. Sometimes it's wonderful, sometimes it's terrible. I haven't got that down yet in all these years. It's terrible.
But you have your specialties though.
Well, yeah, I guess. Not almost
Then you
done.
added a couple palms full of oil,
Oil, right.
to go in there for the texture of it.
Right.
And that's about the texture of
That's about the texture.
That's soft.
I'm gonna.
And you're
I'm
gonna let it rise like that for a while?
Yeah, I'm gonna work it a little tiny bit more.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna move to this side of you.
Meat.
So you put oil on your hands, it makes it easier to
Yeah, it
work.
does make it easier to work with if you put the oil on your hands.
Let's see, that's a Tinkerbell.
Still a little
That's a little
sticky.
Tinkerbell ponytail. Oh.
I should have let that cold flour sit a little bit longer,
Yeah.
I think, before I did this. And you always have to make that cross in the middle. Do you do that, Auntie Mary?
I do. He doesn't believe me, but I do.
Yep. You have to bless the dough. Bless the dough.
I bless you the dough.
I bless you the
I
dough.
hope you
Yes, I hope you grow.
grow.
That's what you want.
Dough, dough, grow, grow, grow.
Yeah.
When I work my garden, I have my bless me beans because I go out and,
You bless the beans?
yep, every seed I got.
Do you really?
Yeah.
And does it work?
Sometimes. It's usually as a therapy thing.
Oh,
When
okay.
you perturb with somebody, instead of cursing them, you go, bless this person. So I go,
Oh,
bless
I
this
see.
bean. So each bean is named.
You know, every time she'd bake something or do something, it was always in the grace of God and put the sign of the cross.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Good to the last drop. Okay. Now we got to get the meat ready.
Okie dokie.
Do the onions. Squeeze the meat
Now,
ready.
what are we doing? This is going to be for
The meat, the sviha.
the sviha.
Yeah.
So this is all little chopped onions, which
Yes.
we just have to do this proportionally. People can figure this out when they look at the.
Yeah. I don't know.
So she's got 3 lemons that she's
Yeah.
squeezing the juice into the
Onions.
finely chopped onions. And we brought up the meat that was prepared. That we've done all the chopping, listening to the weird chopper.
Yeah, that's true.
We have things for the Christmas list now, or the Easter list. Oh, Epiphany's coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
The wise men will be here
Maybe.
tomorrow. Maybe they could bring a new mixer.
Oh, there you go. The wise men will bring a new mixer. That's
Added the 3 packages of, was it 3 packages of cream cheese?
Yes.
This will be worked into, is this what you did with the spinach? Worked in the cream cheese like this?
With the onions. Yeah.
Onions and cream cheese and the spinach.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not as important with the spinach as it is when you do this and not put the onion right into the meat stays redder than if I put the onion in, it'll change the color of the meat to brown right away. Not that it matters, but
Oh,
yeah.
because of some of the,
I guess the acidity in
Of the
the
onions?
onion
makes
makes it do that.
Bring it close so they can hear that.
Squish, 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 squishy, squish.
Sarah just checked the bread.
Yes, it's
It's almost done. It's been how many minutes? What, 20, 25? I think it was about 10:30 when,
Was it when we put it in?
yeah. Onion mixture, and then she just put the
Cream cheese.
cream cheese onion mixture in with the meat, and now that'll all be mixed together to a nice consistency to put a filling in the sviha.
Yep.
All right.
That's it.
The next step was doing just like with the spinach pies.
Same thing.
Sviha, no, fataya, whatever that
Yeah,
word was for
that's
spinach.
it.
So now these are little meat pies that you've taken the filling, just little pieces of dough, and filled them, and they'll be baked at 360 degrees
On the floor of the
on the
oven?
floor of the oven for long enough for the
Bottoms to brown.
bottoms to brown. We don't know how many minutes that is.
No idea.
3, 4, 5.
No,
It's not that long.
Maybe a little bit more.
A little bit more because of the meat eating.
Yeah. A little bit awkward because of the thing here.
Oh, yeah.
It just makes it a little harder.
see that it's about that quarter of an inch or so, just to get an idea of the thickness.
Stop. Well, when it rained, so there was flooding, you know, and I
Guys would move using just a smaller, just a smidge smaller. Because of it having the meat in it, it'll take longer if it was a bigger.
I don't know.
Or just serving
you know what?
size-wise.
I think that the reason that they did that was so that you could tell the difference in which was which.
Which was which, if they're just a little bit.
A little bit. My mom used to make them even bigger than that, the spinach ones.
Ah.
Yeah. So I'm thinking some of these might raise and be almost as big as the spinach ones.
And just like pie dough, here goes the extra back into the big bowl of dough, and it'll be all mixed together.
The agine.
What is it called? The agine?
Agine. That's what they call it.
Agine?
Agine. Yes.
Count how many dozen these.
Well,
What
did you
got?
already put some away?
I've only put the spinach ones away. These
Okay,
are all the
then we'll
Sito.
count. We'll
The
count
2
those
rolls
for you.
of dough. The last tray. No, next to the last tray.
It's next to the last.
There's one more tray in the oven. And then one more loaf of Sito bread, as Ed would say.
Yes.
Ta-da! Next project in Sito Sharon's cooking school.
We're making a DVD for all of you for Sito.
We're going to do, and I know there's
have it forever. Good.
there's a name for the grape leaves.
Wada adish.
It's a lot like bulgur.
The other day, Samira says to her mom, Sean says, Samira, I have a surprise for you for lunch. She goes, what is it, Mommy? And she said, guess. And she goes, what a wish? Sean says, no, Samira. Oh, said, Mommy, I want what a wish. She does a pretty good job with it.
Now these grape leaves that Sharon is pulling apart, taking that little rough, tough stem out of there.
Getting green fingers. Green fingernails.
Green
Doesn't
prunes.
that kibbeh smell good?
The kibbeh's in the oven.
Kibbeh's almost ready to come out of the oven.
So now Sharon put the rice in the bowl, rinsed it a couple times,
Yes.
and this was the rest of the
The meat from
meat that we saved from last night.
Yep. This is it. This is it. And then it's, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
it's salt and pepper again, and that's it.
Oh.
And then you cook them, and then you put lemon juice over the top of them. That's it. After you roll them, you put lemon juice. And I do add a little bit of water just because it makes the meat and rice a little bit looser, and then they're not so tight.
Oh, okay.
And I shut the kibbeh off in the oven. We'll just leave it there for a little bit longer, and then
Okay.
we'll take it out.
Well, this would be like adding, when you're cooking rice, you would need the rice, a little bit of extra water
Yes,
to
to absorb.
make it absorb and expand a little bit.
Right. That's a little big.
Oops. Whoops. We know which chopper that went
Oh,
through.
I don't know, not necessarily. Could have been mine. Very easily. The thing is, I am just so not a good judge of amounts of what for what.
Mhm.
It's
We'd have to
just
measure the
always
capacity of this bowl.
guesswork. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how much rice I poured in there. Oh, what would you think? Cup and a half?
It looks like a cup and a half. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, it's probably twice as much meat as rice.
Yeah.
typically.
Well, yeah,
A
because,
ratio
you know,
of
the
2 times
rice.
as much.
Yeah. Sometimes I like them a little more meaty than I do ricey.
Oh,
Otherwise,
okay.
it's just like all rice.
Yeah. I think sometimes, even if we don't measure, though, if you have at least the ratio of knowing
Yeah,
twice as much of this or
right.
same to same or something.
There's our other loaf of bread.
And this one you can also just find, if you find little gristly bits that you missed or something.
Just pick it out. It's okay.
Oops, second thought, I don't like that one.
Oops. I have to taste it, see if there's enough salt and pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. I've been doing pretty good that way lately. Not
Good.
having to season too many times.
Yeah.
My taste buds were gone for probably a year and a half. I think it's because I used to use ammonia all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I was using it in my shower once, and I just think I smelled so much of it that it actually burned the inside of my nose and my sinuses. It took about a year and a half, and it's really not totally back. But that's it. That's what it looks like when it's
And
done.
it's done and ready to
Roll.
roll. Ready to roll.
Ready to roll. Oh,
Let's roll.
Where does this go?
I'm gonna throw it away.
In here?
Yeah, just put it in the
Okay.
garbage. That's a good idea.
All right. This is it.
Get these out of the oven. There's Chef Sam saying, looks good enough to eat. Gonna do this now. Sharon's already rolled this many. So we can get here and see how she does this. Like a burrito.
Like a burrito. Like a cigar.
Or or a cigar.
A cigar. Yes. Or maybe a little hashish. Oh, don't tear.
And by about, I'm trying to see how much you have. Just make it stretch along.
Yeah, just stretch it along and roll it
You just
up.
have to judge by the size of the leaf how much do you want
it's
to put
'cause
in.
it's different all the time.
So now we got them rolled.
We put when you don't have lamb bones, you put the grape leaves on the bottom, the torn up ones, so that it doesn't burn on the bottom
Oh,
of the
okay.
pan.
And then just stack them in.
And then just, stack them rows on top of each other. That's it. That's all there is to it. That's all she wrote.
And the rolling goes on.
And the rolling goes on. Back to.
Still rolling, rolling, rolling.
Yeah, we're gonna have.
But we're
leftover
almost done
leaves.
here. A few extra leaves.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not enough meat.
Okay, next project. This is going to be
Kaik, better known as Easter cookies.
Easter cookies, just in time for Epiphany. Well, we're a little early for Easter,
Yeah, we are.
but you got to have Epiphany first before you can have Easter.
Yeah, that's true.
So you're grinding up a pound of walnuts.
Yes. And I'm going to add about a cup of sugar. And then I'm going to put some rendered butter. And a little bit of mazahad, which is orange blossom water.
Orange blossom water.
Yes.
What did you put in here? 1, 2, 3, 5 sticks of one butter and margarine because all I had was 5 sticks of butter. Edit this out, Kent. 5 sticks of butter.
I was scrimping on the old family recipe. 4 cups of flour, cup of sugar, about a quarter of a cup of sesame seeds, and about a tablespoon and a half of anise.
That was filling your palm.
Yeah, maybe a tablespoon and a half.
Oh, anise. Okay.
Anise. Yes.
Mmm.
Yeah, I know.
Smell-o-vision. You can smell
so
that.
Good. I love
Ooh.
that smell.
Those are the nuts. This is all the. This is the butter that's being rendered.
And in the nuts went about a cup of butter, about a tablespoon of the mazahad, the orange blossom water,
Mm-hmm.
and a little bit of rendered butter
Oh, okay. To make them all stick together,
Yeah.
or kind of.
to make the nuts
The
easier
consistency
to
of it.
put in the cookie when you, yeah. And that's it.
Hmm.
Now we'll put about a cup of rendered butter in the flour mixture and crumble it like pie crust. And then you put a package of yeast, and you're going to use the canned milk to,
Package of yeast and canned and evaporated milk.
yes, evaporated
Okay.
milk. Yes.
In the meantime, we step back here and we put on the grape leaves. You just put enough water over them to cover them, and then the plate to hold it down
Do you have a lid for that pan?
with the pan.
For that pan?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So then you cover them, and when they're partially cooked, then you squeeze fresh lemon juice on them.
Okay. Okay, this is putting the rendered butter into
That's all
the flour
the
mixture.
water that's on the bottom of
Okay.
the butter. Now you just dump,
Okay.
diddy dump. And there is the rendered
Because
butter.
you just tipped it to the sides. So that you
And
get
got all the butter off of it. And you take the salt off the top of it. There wasn't a lot of salt in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I think the butter said sweet creamy butter. Maybe that.
Maybe
that was,
that's why it didn't have a lot of salt. It didn't say unsalted though, did it?
No, it didn't. It didn't. I also want to check and see. This is where we're letting the little grape leaf rollies. See how much I've already forgotten the terminology. Anyway, we're letting them at that.
What at age? That's about how high the fire
Yeah.
needs to be. Oh, smell that smell. Yum.
It does look a lot like pie dough.
Oh God, I could eat this dough like, this is hard for me. Oh, I'd love like to take a big chunk like that and eat it. Nobody knows the side of that and tell me if you can taste the anise in there.
The
Flour.
Magarabia.
Yes.
I said that almost right, didn't I?
Mother to be. Yes, you did.
Uncle Eddie's wanting to know another recipe.
Your mother, actually your mother taught me how to do it. Your mama. So what are you hungry for?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Nothing. I thought you'd take a corner of the kibbe.
I honestly feel bad.
Of the can of evaporated milk and then water.
Okay.
And then you mix it all together.
I think we're bubbling over here.
Yeah, you can turn that down a little bit if you'd like. Oh yeah.
Okay, then we turn the temperature down.
Just right. Yes.
What temperature are you baking these right? How soon should I turn the oven on?
You don't have to turn it on yet. Well,
Okay.
I'll make a couple. Oh, crap. Cookie sheets. God, you're gonna hate me after today.
Oh, well, I love you, Sharon. Thank you for
know,
cooking
honey,
for
you're
me.
welcome, but that's a lot of work for you.
What, holding the camera?
No, washing all the dishes and scrubbing all the pans, all that
Minor.
rotten stuff.
This is the other half of the
Milk.
evaporated milk
I
goes
put-
into a
I
pan.
put about a tablespoon of sugar in it. And when the cookies come right out of the oven, then you dip them in the milk. That keeps them soft.
Oh,
so they
okay.
don't- It gives them a nice little sheen,
Mm-hmm.
and then it keeps them soft.
Did you need vanilla in any of this?
Nope. No, the anise is the flavor,
Oh, okay,
and
okay.
the mazahav, that orange blossom,
Orange blossom, okay.
goes in the nuts, so that's where you get your flavor.
Okay.
All these things will make the house
So then this will be ready
for when you dip
when
the.
you're out.
It sure will.
Okay.
So I think I would like to sit at the table. It's easier to sit and do these
Okay, doke.
than it
These-
if Brady took care.
Let's see how, put a little spoonful of the nut filling,
Fold them
fold it over.
I usually roll them and cut them out, but I decided not to do them that way right now. So they won't
By,
be
by
all-
this time of the day, this is gonna be fine.
they won't be even, but
We're not selling them.
no, we are not, and we're not giving them away either.
No, no. Tough break when anybody comes to visit this house.
Yeah.
You can sample everything else, but gee, that's all we have.
Yeah, all gone.
So you just roll them in a little golf
Just
size,
little- yeah.
golf ball
Little
size
balls.
roll. Pat them out. If you were doing it rolling out, if you were still standing up and doing it and saying, "Oh well, I'm going to just do them at the counter," you could roll this out and then just punch them out with a little.
smaller. Yep, that's it.
But either way, this looks like to me it's just as
Yeah,
easy.
it is. You get to sit down and do it. Yes, you do. That's it. That's all
And then
there
just
is to
crimp
it.
the edges with a little fork.
With the
and
fork, and I poke little holes in the top.
little holes in-
Now, when you make these and you do some with dates, you like
I
dates.
have dates.
You do have dates. You want me to do a few with dates?
Doesn't matter.
And when you do them like with nuts, you poke them with a fork. And when you do them with dates, you make a little hole right here so that you can tell the difference.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh.
it's really. My mom always used to do that. Yes.
Now, this is
I
the
forgot what I was telling you. Oh.
this was the milk, the rest of the evaporated milk.
Hello, what? You can send for her tomorrow. I'm through now.
Oh, I got what I wanted.
Yeah, I'll tell you, it's more than I bargained for.
Ah!
And she's abusing me for what?
I'm abusing him.
Yes.
Poor thing.
She's making this stuff. My blood sugar just went up watching it.
Just, I know, he hasn't really eaten
Talk to you
anything
later,
but
Kawhi.
breakfast
I
today.
think I love you, but I know how you are. Bye.
So they,
He really did. I thought he was just playing around. I didn't think he really called him. Oh, you stinker. You can have him.
Yeah, you're gonna
It's like an old shoe.
Joni said she liked to have her. She needs something painted.
so anyway, these were in the oven probably, we're going to figure it out, maybe 15 minutes. So they're kind of a golden brown. And then you put them in the broiler.
Canned milk.
Put them under
Where
the
did
broiler
you
for a few
go?
minutes. Keeps them soft by putting them in the milk mixture, and then they can drain and just cool
They
here.
still love you?
Yeah, thank you, honeys.
Too many mushy thank you honeys. You guys can get in here. I'm not
No,
in
that's
your
all
way.
right.
These baked about 25 minutes or so until they were kind of light golden. And then you put them under the broiler just for a couple minutes.
We don't wrap
Oh,
it.
careful.
And then let them here cool on the back. Ooh, look at them steaming.
Steven just had all this stuff. He doesn't care.
By special request,
Yeah, no
we get
kidding.
an extra treat.
My monster child.
Chocolate chips. Chocolate
chip cookies. Probably half of that cup.
half of a coffee cup. Oops, the green Westinghouse coffee mug.
Yeah.
2 sticks of butter.
2 sticks of butter. 2 sticks of butter.
That was a nice full cup packed
Yes.
brown sugar.
Yes, it was.
This would be Sito Sheeran's chocolate chips. It's
Dumb.
not written down.
Plump and dumb.
That's the way we always measured vanilla, a cap
Is
of
it?
vanilla.
Yeah,
That's close enough to a teaspoon.
it is close enough to a teaspoon.
Now, if I was smart, before you dumped that in there, I would have said, put that in a spoon. But it's a little bit in your palm.
Marilyn's like, are you kidding me?
a little,
Ridiculous.
a little palmful.
And you should never break
And
your
2
eggs right into
into
your,
it. You always break
You
them
always break them in a
into
cup.
a cup, just
was
in
right
case.
here. Now
You
just
you
turn it
don't always
on.
have the hen's
Oh.
nest eggs.
This? Did you turn it down?
No, it's on middle. It's on mix.
Oh,
That's chop. That's 4, 5.
Oh, so I'm going up or
You're
down?
going up. Mix.
Wait a minute, Marilyn.
We may have to turn this up a little bit, but she wants to make sure.
We will, but I
it's
just wanted
just
to.
blending the
Yeah,
ingredients.
I just wanted to get that in there before I turned it up.
Do
So
you need a spatula?
this is not. I know exactly where they are. Those
She knows her way
spatulas.
around
I'm
this kitchen.
getting
She knows how to get the
good.
spatula sitting.
Second day here, and now I know for sure. This is a nice mixer, Auntie Marilyn. Wow.
Better mixer than chopper.
I don't know. I hope I won't be sorry I'm doing that. I'll figure this is a cup. Might be a little bit more, and then I'll be sorry. I'm gonna be sorry.
2 cups of flour.
Yeah, I'm gonna put, I think, a tiny bit more just to make sure they're not runny, but I don't want them to be cakey. Chewy, chewy, chewy. A little bit more, maybe a 1/4 of a cup, and then we're
Need
done.
a little 1/4 of a cup, but she was chef Sito Sheeran, or baker,
Yeah, we had to
Sito
make one
Sheeran
more thing.
was wanting to blend this a little bit with the
Yeah,
spatula so
Just
that
don't
it doesn't
want the
have flour
flour to-
flying all over the kitchen.
make a mess, more mess, more mess.
So now we'll just beat this until it's all blended together, making a yummy cookie dough.
A yummy tummy cookie dough.
We get to fight over who gets to lick the bowl.
Yeah, no fighting. You can. I'll let ya.
Temperature 35.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Good night. The indoor temperature is 73.2 degrees Fahrenheit. The outdoor temperature is 35.5 degrees Fahrenheit.
The cookies are baked at 350 degrees until they're done. They had to be delivered on a silver platter to Uncle Eddie and Sarah.
My oven has worked since the day I got it. It has worked overtime. It'll probably won't work no more the rest of the...
We're waiting for Sarah to... Thank you, Sito!
Thank you.
Thank you, Sito! Here, take this.
In the second half to even things up. One fresh football.
I had a little piece of pie crust left over, so I made a little pie crust. Afternoon, we decided to come and visit Mount St. Mary's College and the grotto. We are half in the sky. The height of our situation is almost incredible.
I already done it.
Would it just be terrible if she fell off up there? zoom in on her.
Sito, I am.
Okay, I didn't know you were filming.
Walking through the grotto, we stopped at the little side trip here by, I guess it's the reflecting pool. I forgot to say what the name is. We're going to get back in the car and continue our ride around Mount St. Mary's.
Gonna get in, believe me. No,
Oh no, I don't want to get in.
no, but I'm just saying.
We just sang this morning about go tell in the mountains, and now we're rolling off the mountain.
no kidding.
Emmitsburg is 7 miles from here. Known as Ski Lift.
How do you keep from running into each other?
You just turn.
If you don't know how to ski, you run
What if
into everybody.
everybody
If you don't know
turns?
what you're
Marilyn, if you
Those thin ice. Here we are at Ski Liberty. We can see this when it's all lit up at night. We can see this from our house.
No, really? That's really cool.
Left in all my little skiing pictures, watching everybody ski and snowboard. It was 67 degrees when we left home. We're up here at Ski Liberty, and it's a little cooler than at home. Everybody else is sitting in the car, ready to go. We're going to continue our tour of the mountains. We've been around, and we're going on our way home now. Y Road now on our way home, and we're by the emus. Oops, I got his best side here. Turn around so I can see you.
You get your
Look
pictures?
at those little legs.
Those little emu
They eat
legs.
'em.
That's what I asked. I just said, do they eat them?
I couldn't hear you and listen.
Yeah,
to her.
no, I was asking.
Okay, it's Monday, January 7th, 2008. Sharon is making a little jam to put on our bread that we baked the other night. These are figs that she's chopping up. This is two 16-ounce jars white figs in syrup because
Couldn't find
we weren't able to locate on the spur of the moment the dried figs. Ordinarily, you just get, what, a pound of dried figs or a couple pounds
Yeah.
of dried figs?
usually a pound.
A pound usually. Then they're just heat it up till they start boiling, or?
I'm gonna let them boil for a little bit.
Okay.
What syrup looks good?
She laid down, yes.
And what was this?
That's the anise seed.
Anise seeds. Okay. This is the
Unbelievable.
second little handful of anise seed.
It's a little smaller
palm-
than the first one.
A
so.
palm and a half.
Yeah. Sharon's palm and a half, not Marilyn's. Yeah, Marilyn's got big hands.
Approximately how many walnuts? Just a.
Would you
probably
say
a
that
cup-
was a cup?
Probably a cup.
Probably about a cup.
And to just chop them.
Yeah, a little
coarsely.
more coarse, yeah.
The more traditional way.
Yeah, in the good old fashioned. I don't have a automatic nut chopper way.
Just did this. That's right, because they did.
They didn't have those all modern conveniences. My mom did have one of those ones
Mm.
that you put the nuts in the top and then you know which ones I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and the advantage of that is you don't have to worry about whether you have electricity or not,
That's true.
or gas.
Yeah.
Well, gas for the cooking stuff, but electricity to make the little
Right.
food processor go. So these are just boiled for a few minutes, just to heat them through. They've been chopped and boiled.
That's all there is to that, Marilyn. You'll be able to do that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, kidding.
Even with like a little butter on your toast and this on it. Oh,
Mm.
yum.
Rachel Ray, yummo.
Yummo. Yeah.
This was in the little jars rather than the dried. We're just going to pack it right back into the jars that the figs were in. As long as it's refrigerated, should be okay.
Yes, ma'am.
What is this we're doing now?
We're making jalebi. This is the flour. And I put sesame seeds in it. Probably about a quarter of a cup.
Okay.
I put about a quarter of a cup of sugar. And then I'm going to put a handful of anise seed.
Okay.
And then I